Hello, world. It's your man, B9, back again with another video for you. And as usual, I hope you are having a blessed and a wonderful day. If you are catching this video when I normally release them at 6 a.m., I hope this starts your day off right like a good cup of joe. And you go out there and you conquer this financial world, this financial juggernaut that must be pinned down for you to become the champion. 1, 2, 3. It's over. My attempt at jocularity. However, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the like button, excuse me. Please hit the notification bell and make sure it is on all so that you get all notifications when they come out. Because the stock market moves fast. And the stock market can move faster sometimes than I can make the video. So the sooner you get the information of how the stock market is moving, the quicker you can make an informed decision or do your research. So there's a method to the madness. Make sure that you have the all button for all notifications. All of my day ones and people that have been rocking with me, you know this. But to all the new subscribers, the people that are just stopping by to say hello, even the haters that just want to have something to talk about, or come on in. Everyone's welcome here. Everyone can learn. I have no problem with spreading knowledge. And with that being said, let's get to it. Because today I want to spread some knowledge on an organization that you've probably never heard of. It's an organization that goes by the acronym OECD. The OECD. How many people have heard of that? Don't worry if you haven't. Organizations like this pay millions, if not billions or trillions of dollars to make sure that you don't know about them. Because this is one of the mechanisms that we call the man, the system, the Illuminati, and any other cool name or ridiculous name that we can come up with. But one of the actual names of one of the major players is the OECD. And it stands for the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. And what they handle is they handle business capital gain taxes, amongst other things. They really just set the guidelines and the rules of how these big timers and big corporations get to play. They are very integral in making sure that the big timers get tax deferments, or in some cases are tax free. You're making $40,000 a year, but yet you got to pay $15,000 in taxes. Amazon's making $1 trillion, $1 billion, or whatever a year, and they don't have to pay any taxes? How does that work? The OECD. That's how it works. And that's why they pay you this all types of money to make sure that you don't know about them. But that's why you have me. I'm here to bring that information to you. I'm here to spark your interest. I'm here to pluck that little twitch that you get, to give you a glass of water for that thirst of knowledge that you seek. You're welcome. But the reason that I bring them up is not just to tell you about some organization. That's very important organization to know about. And I'm going to tell you why. Because this organization has just plugged in one of the mechanisms that we made mention of on one of my last videos about inflation. And if you haven't checked out a video on inflation, by all means, please do. My whole catalog of financial knowledge is available. We're a new channel. We're growing every day. But that doesn't mean that you can't go back and check the catalog. If you are a new subscriber today, there's a lot of content that you need to catch up on. One of the topics that we discussed was inflation. I did a deep dive on it. I'm going to do a quick overview, and I'm going to use an example of gasoline to do it. You go to the gas station and you buy gas for $2 a gallon. You go back the next week to fill up again. That same gas is $2.50. Did the gas get better? Did they make any improvements on it? Did they take any of the harsh chemicals out that was going to help Mother Earth? No. Same gas station, going in the same car. But you didn't pay the same price. Inflation, ladies and gentlemen. And that's just the most simplistic way I can explain that to you. It gets way more complicated when we get into it, but I'm not an economist, so we're not going to dive too deep into that. However, the OECD has just helped inflation out even more by letting the big corporations, the multi-millionaire and billionaires, that some of their tax shelters are about to disappear. That globally, they are expecting an additional $150 billion in capital gains tax. So this is money that they would normally put aside, and they would get this money tax-free so they could buy their yachts or their G5s or whatever they do to play where they play or lay where they lay. Well, this is how the inflation kicks in, ladies and gentlemen. These big boys that we're talking about are the distributors of all goods and services, like an Amazon. The example I used earlier, where Amazon doesn't have to pay taxes. Well, now Amazon will. And do you think that Amazon's going to lower its profit shares just because it has to pay more in capital gain tax? Or do you think Amazon's going to raise its prices on goods, on shipping, on membership to make up for what they now have to pay for? So you're telling me, B9, what the OECD is making these big time businesses pay for, that is going to just trickle down to me? So ultimately, I have to pay more taxes, or I have to pay more money for goods and services? That's right. And if you have to pay more for the same thing, that means your dollar is worth less. Inflation, ladies and gentlemen. Brought to you by the Organization for Economic Cooperation Development. This is just one of many mechanisms that is coming into play. Open your eyes.